This is Boost Hospital in the volatile southern province of Helmand, 700 kilometers from Kunduz. Despite being on the front lines of a Taliban insurgency, the most important job of the medics is to care for the civilians that are stranded here.
When patients come to us, we don't ask them about the conflict or what problems they had reaching us. We just provide them with the medical facilities.
Dr. Saeed Abbas Sadat has been working in the emergency room here for 5 years. He says news of the Kunduz attack sent shockwaves through his hospital.
From all sides, health workers are supposed to be protected all over the world. I knew some of the workers in Kunduz, so when we lost them, I was upset.
Like in Kunduz, this MSF hospital is dangerously close to the battlefield. Just over that bridge and 20 minutes drive down that road is the front line. In fact, when the fighting is intense, you can hear it here at the hospital. The shadow of violence constantly follows the medics who work here. Dr. Abbas has 4 young children and a wife that he worries about.
Whenever I hear an explosion, I immediately call home and they assure me that nothing has happened to them. Fortunately, nothing like that has happened where I live.
All the staff can do is focus on their job, which is to treat anyone who walks through the door. And more often than not, it's women and children, like new patient baby Hamid. Baby Hamid weighs just 2.4 kilograms, a fraction of what he should be at his age. Dr. Abbas is worried he's severely malnourished. It's a common problem here. Every month, almost 200 children like Hamid are brought to the hospital on the verge of death. Their families can't afford to feed them properly or don't know how, and too often there are delays in reaching medical help because of the insurgency. Hamid's mother is happy to stay here. She says at home she's struggling to cope with her 6 other children.
I love my son so much. My heart hurts when he is sick. I can't even eat anything.
Baby Hamid is sent to the pediatrics ward, where he's put on a special diet to help him gain weight. The ward is one of the busiest in the hospital and the most heartbreaking.
Okay, so first thing, when she's doing it, we want baby to be sitting up, if possible.
The intensive care unit is overflowing with premature and malnourished babies. Hamid and the others are the youngest victims of Afghanistan's war. Doctors suspect that at least some of these mothers delivered prematurely because of the distress caused by the constant fighting.
It's hard to see, these kids come in and there's only so much you can do for them sometimes, because they do sometimes come quite late and from really far distances. So it's hard.
Canadian nurse Samantha Hardiman has been working in this unit for 7 months, and she says it never gets easier.
Even for a child who gets really sick, sometimes the family can't get the child or themselves even to the hospital on time because there is fighting going on around them. So we'll keep watching it.
But she says the job has its rewards.
And I really enjoy, working with the kids. If there's a kid that's really not doing well, as they start to get better, you really see their personality come back, and you get to see the life of that kid kind of come back.
We started the same drug.
Sam and the doctors have high hopes for this little boy.
Since yesterday, patient was improving, good improving.
Baby Abdullah was admitted 4 days ago with chronic diarrhea and malnutrition. He may look healthy, but his body is swollen from excess fluid. For his parents, the past week has been an emotional roller coaster, and they're exhausted.
Come on. Hey, buddy. Sorry, you're not going to be happy with me.
The staff are optimistic. Baby Abdullah seems to be improving.
How are you feeling today? A lot better now that baby's doing a bit better? And now he's eating well and feeding every 3 hours with the spoon?
But yes, now she is good for eating.
Eating that? Much better, good. Good, I'm really happy that you're happy.
Abdullah was born in the nearby town of Marja, a notorious battleground between the Taliban and government troops. His father says he had to wait a month before it was safe enough to bring his baby here.
On the one side we have the Taliban, and on the other we have the government. They fight with each other, and the government fires big shells from Sharab, Nadali and Dwa, and this has killed a lot of people.
Just last week, a rocket landed on their home, injuring his elderly mother and his small niece and grandson. But now it's his youngest child that he's most worried about.
I'm very upset, and so is his mother, because he's so weak and sick. He's in a very critical condition.